Hello there, Capricorn. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Capricorn for May of 2020. We're 5 months into the year already. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We'll use the bottom card on the deck, like an overall view of the month, and we'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading, so all of us Capricorns get named Frankie, I suppose, for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view for the month, and I don't believe the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month, like an overall view of the month. I have a short message for us before I begin, and it's like we need to be true to ourselves, really true to ourselves. We don't have to be the image that others would choose for us to be, right? We have to be true to ourselves. That image is just an image they have of us, and if they do not want or accept us the way we are, right? I think we're going to walk away from things. I don't know, maybe there's a energetics here. It's like, take me as I am, because I feel good about me. That's the energy that comes off of that. Take me as I am because I feel good about me this month. We have good words down here. They're trust, adventure, transformation, delight, and resilience. And this first card here is going to show us our resilience because it's the Four of Cups, and that's like being in a state of apathy, of withdrawing from everything. It's necessary withdrawal from sometimes the hectic excitement that comes with the energy, like the Three of Cups energy, which is celebration and partying and things like that. But it's a time where we need to get away by ourselves before we get back into the daily grind, the day by day stuff. Um, like withdrawing, and I can see that coming up here in one of these cards here. So withdrawing our emotions from a situation or from a person. Uh, we might have had some kind of real intense involvement, uh, and we need to take that downtime to be or find ourselves, and that could be to do with that original message too. There, it's like the letdown card after the big build up, the nitty gritty of making everyday life work, or marriage work, that type of energy. It's just blah, and a lot of us are, I don't know what will happen in May. I hope it's better, but a lot of us are locked up and shut down right now, so there's the energetics of that too because of the virus stuff going around, and we're not doing the things that we used to do. But if we use this card, when I look at this card, I think this guy has been sitting here so long, his hair's so dirty that he has ivy growing out of his head. And there comes that one cup, like the hand of God or the source coming out of the clouds, handing him a cup, and he's just not doing anything. So what we do with this type of energy versus like sitting down, not doing nothing, blah, 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 that kind of energy, we use it as a creative time, like a time of manifestation and thinking, like, what do I want for my next adventure? Like our word down here. What kind of transformation do I want? And I start to fill the cup up with that in the time that I have. Because when I come out from under there, I still got these 3 cups, right? And I start seeing what is it I want my future to look like. You can't make them up. Right underneath it is the Magician card. So we're going to take this one because they told me to look at the card that was underneath. We're going to take this downtime as a time to manifest like our word down here. What is it I want to transform? Or what is it that I want for my next adventure? So use that down energy, of sitting down, being with myself for a while. We're going to use it for a manifestation energy. And I can see that coming up in another card here also, because our next card here is the Justice card. I love the Justice card. It's when I really actually do. We're concerned with external circumstances, waiting for an action to be the right time, seeking justice sometimes in some kind of personal affair or business affair of some sort. Sometimes we could be involved in some kind of lawsuit with the Justice card. But the idea of the Justice card, overall, is to work to resolve a situation in a way that's fair to all participants, balanced and fair. So we need to create this balance, um, not only of power, but of emotional reactions, things like that, to the situation in hand. It could, like, sometimes it can involve jockeying for power at work, like a position at work, or division of material possessions. If I was in some kind of a law thing going on, uh, material possessions between myself and others, right? The card itself means a time of moderation, right? Where I don't let my personal, you know, how do I want to say this? My personal emotional idea of things. Let put it that way. I remain neutral, right? If I was arbitrating for someone else and I really, really, let's say a friend, I really, really, really like my friend, and I saw this, that, and the other thing, I wouldn't let my personal feelings come into it. I'd look at it and make my decisions based on what's fair and what is right, that kind of energy, what's fair, what is right for all participants. It's that, the way they're telling me to say it, fair, right for all participants, without the emotion, like the facts coming forward. So it's a card of taking my due, my just due, whatever is due to me, but not taking more, like not getting greedy. That's what the card means to me. So if, let's say I'm in a divorce settlement, and I'm going to take that idiot for all they have, I step back from it with that apathy card in there, and I think, what is fair? You know, I think, what is fair? My just due, but not over that amount. What's fair, what's balanced, what's right. Because justice is facts. Justice is balance. Justice is rules and laws, without emotion in it. That's the way I'm thinking. So we'll have some kind of situation where that's going to come up in our lives, and you can see it right now with this energy. Now we have the Four of Cups, now we have the Five of Cups coming right after it. And I bought these cards originally because the colors are so bright, they're beautiful, but that looks like spilled blood. It's supposed to be spilled wine, but this is brooding over past wrongs. Like when I get into my head too long, the past wrongs, the losses, the disappointments. It's a state of mind where we're looking backwards, period. Looking backwards at a painful past, refusing to look forward, at a positive future, at a positive future. And we have that word transformation in here, and trust down in here. So the unhappiness that comes from this card, because it's obviously not a very happy card, the unhappiness that comes from the card is a result of our attitude, and attitude we can change at any time that we want to. So it's a card of choice. Basically, it's a choice card. Like twos are always about choices. This particular five is about choices. So we can continue to brood over what went wrong in the past and stay back there, or we can turn around and think and contemplate with this apathy card coming before it, right? We contemplate what can go right in the future for us, because we have that time to think about what could go right. And the card basically is saying to us, we don't have to be miserable unless we want to be miserable. So it's a card of choice, changing our attitude, doing what's best, appropriate, or right, that kind of energy for us at this time. And these two cups behind him are still full. They're still full. So something's lost, but it's in the past, and I have two full cups to restart my next adventure, like our word down here. I don't know where these will come down in our lives because these are general readings. I can't tell, but I have a choice here with that card, whether I want a delightful future or if I want to be in the past, you know? Or do I want my now and my future way better? I think it's like, what is no longer appropriate, I'm leaving back there. What is appropriate, I'm taking into the future with me, and I'm rebuilding kind of energy from there. Because our next card is the Three of Rods, and this is excellent energy. This card means it's someone who is like ready, willing, and able to hang on to what we've achieved by remaining in really calm control of any type of situation, knowing full well there is no need to act or be impulsive. Like the Justice card, I'll take you, and get whatever it is I can. No need to be impulsive. Time acting like mature and in a responsible manner based on experience, based on common sense, right? And taking things like firmly into hand, you know, consolidating a situation, business, and enterprise, and consolidating these things means that maybe we get financial gain. So we are clearly defining, right, ourselves and the role we want to present, right? Who I want to be, role I want to present a positive picture to the world out there. I'm going to present myself to the world out there with this positive picture. And when I adopt or adapt this attitude, right? When I get like that, I draw people, helpful people to me, helpful circumstances to me. Establishing solid foundations, like, because the rod's energy maybe for business or occupation. And when we do that kind of stuff, we can expect like cooperation from others to help us to succeed, so it's the way I'm presenting myself, that kind, and I think that's really pertinent with that original message there too. So at this point, we have to be really clear about who we are, and others will respond to our confidence. They'll respond positively to our confidence and how, kind of like how we feel about our own self. Remember that original message about being true to who we are. We don't have to be what somebody else's idea of what we should be is in order to be accepted. And I think this is why we don't want to stay in the past. We just don't want to stay in that kind of angry or frustrated energy. We want to move forward, and I think we really have that chance to think about where we want to move with that forward with. I'm not getting all the words out of my mouth. With that Four of Cups energy, time to think and trust. What is it I want? And what is it that I'm seeing? Because the next card here is the moon. So now we have a positive card saying we're aware of our internal now. And we had the Four Cups energy to go within and to look internally. So we're aware of the lunar energy, and that lights the spiritual side of our lives. It lights it up. It's the non-conscious side of the human world. The sun lights the day, the moon lights the night. So this is spirit type energy, that kind of energy. Being really allowing ourselves to tune in to those internal spiritual world very strongly, perceiving our inner nature very, very clearly with the moon card, understanding ourselves even better and more, being true to ourselves, like that original message. And we can tune in to the spiritual side of life way more accurately now, because we be connected to the universe more. It's a really highlight the universe, or the spirit world, which the moon lights, right? So it can be real high psychic, intuitive development. The other thing is that from this moon card and the justice card sitting here together, the moon shines its light on secrets or hidden things that I don't know about as of yet, right? So my husband, he prays this prayer, there's nothing that is covered that shall not be revealed. It sounds very simple, but it brings information that you need to make wise decisions and choices, right? So it illuminates if there's a secret or facts that I don't know, and I'm saying that especially with that justice card there, that's going to help me make the decisions about what I want in my future. And the moon is always there, it's resilient, and our intuition is going to be very highly developed this month, and we're going to get that time to decide what is it we're willing, right, willing to stand up for, and what am I going to present when I come out on the other side of this closed door here. That type of energy. Who am I going to be? I don't have to be what other people want me to be in order to be accepted. I have to be myself. So I think we have two cards in here that are telling us leave the past behind, do like what is fair, right, balanced, right, and keep moving forward, developing ourselves, deciding, how do they want me to say this? Developing ourselves and deciding now what is it we want, like in our future, in the future life. How am I going to present myself when I come out so that everything is beneficial and fair, just, and right for everybody, and that it's transformative energy for me, because it feels, the moon's like this really strong creative psychic energy, so there's something that when I come out on the other side, if we're still, having to stay home because of all the virus stuff, that's going to produce something that's going to be right, or for me, like right, fair, just, and this is the way I'm going to go forward. So I kind of feel like we're manifesting this month, and we're developing the intuition, that higher intuition that shows us what we really need and want in our lives. That's how the energetics feel. And I'm turning back, to those two cups and going towards this really positive future. I was going to say create positive future that I am creating, and our card is creative project. Can tell you in this downtime, whatever it is, creative project doesn't mean I have some kind of idea of what I am going to, a product I can sell, that kind of energy. It means, what is it I want to create? And how do I want myself to be seen by others that is true to me, like our original message. It says your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites your passion toward your life. And it also, yeah, because of that card of apathy, passion towards our lives is needed right now too. I can see that energetics going right along with this. It's interesting, that standing up. I'm going to protect this, and I'm going to decide how I'm going to show myself, It says this card says that you need more avenues for creative expression. Angels are guiding you to look for such outlets at work and at home. For example, write, play music, make crafts, paint, sew, redecorate. I love redecorating. I can go for that one. It doesn't matter whether your artistry is market ready. It's important that you allow the inner artist to enjoy the freedom of expression. And with that moon card, just the idea of illuminating what does my spirit want, what does my soul want. Work on a meaningful project that you've been procrastinating about, or enroll in a creative class such as photography or dance. Your life purpose and meaningful career will come to you through creative ways that are unimaginable right now. So don't worry about how or what your life purpose is. Just follow the path before you. And I think that's why we got the moon card in there, because if we're missing something, right, a fact or an intuition that we don't have yet on what we're going to do in this future thing, it's going to be brought to us, Capricorn. Well, Capricorn, that's our reading for this month. You'll have to tell me how that works out. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you need or want to set an appointment with me, all the information down below the screen in the About section, and it's over at the website. There's 2 short videos at the website. One explains a prayer class I put out there for you guys, and the other one, the sutra classes. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long, and it tells you how you structure prayers, why you do them that way. The sutras are simple thought forms you put in a 5-minute a day meditation, enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. Those are over at the website, the videos that explain them. So to everybody I've met through 4 whole years of doing these YouTubes, and all of you I've met through 32 years of this work, doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, privilege, a pleasure, and a joy to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.